I've owned my Tesla Model 3 for 3 months now, so I thought it was time to do a bit of an update. The initial excitement and buzz of owning an EV, and specifically a Tesla Model 3, are starting to wear off, but I do still love this car. In my 6 weeks later video, I mentioned that I had a few issues in the first weeks of ownership, and the car had to go back to Tesla a few times. I go into more detail in that video if you're interested, but the headline is that these issues were fixed and Tesla gave me great customer service, so it wasn't that big of an issue. Since then, I have had one ongoing issue where the car needs to be rebooted every now and again when I start a journey. I booked in for another service centre visit, and prior to that the Tesla engineers logged in remotely and thought that they knew what was causing the issue. For some strange reason, they think it was the dashcam USB stick being nearly full that was causing the car to have problems as it was booting up. So they told me to format the drive and it should solve the issue, and so far it has. The biggest thing for me now are the overall benefits of driving an EV rather than the specifics of the Tesla Model 3. Yes, I do love the Model 3 and I think it's the best car in this class, but I think I'm just as excited about going electric than I am Tesla. I love driving around knowing that I'm limiting my carbon footprint to some extent. I know that EVs aren't completely guilt-free and that there isn't yet good solutions to recycling the batteries at the end of the car's life, but I think it's definitely better than burning fossil fuels. I get my home electricity from a green supplier, and so it's good to know that that's all from renewable sources too. Next up, the interior. But before I get into that, if you're enjoying this video and you aren't yet subscribed, then please hit that subscribe button. So the interior of the Model 3 is a bit different. For some it will be too different. Journalists seem to pick up on very specific things that scare people. For example, the fact that you have to use the center screen for everything, including opening the glove box, or the fact that the car doesn't have a key, or that there are no controls for the air vents, etc. Well, after living with the car for a few months, I can say that none of these are an issue at all. The car is very well designed and everything's where it should be. Lots of those things just aren't negative. In fact, if anything, I think they're positive. I can leave my valuables in the glove box and I know that a mechanic can't open it. Or the air vent issue, well, in the 3 months I've owned this car, I haven't gone to change the settings once because they just seem to work at regulating the car's temperature. Also, with no display in front of the dash, I was a bit worried about that and whether it was going to be a bit off-putting always having to look to the side to see how fast you're going, but you get used to it almost instantly, and in fact now I really like it. I love the minimalist dash and I think it's a great car to drive. I also really love not carrying a car key, although big disclaimer here, because I no longer carry a car key, I have occasionally locked myself out of the house as I've forgotten to pick up my house key. But on a serious note, it's great not thinking about a car key. To my wife's frustration, I've always been the type of person who would walk back and check that a car was locked multiple times and then walk away and still worry about it. With the Tesla, you just don't think about it. The car will lock, and if it doesn't, you'll get a notification to your phone saying that the car is unlocked. On that note, the whole app is just brilliant. It's great being able to warm or cool the cabin before you get in, and also being able to open the boot from your phone as you walk up to the car. It's just a really nice feature, and overall I am really enjoying owning a Tesla. I've made a separate video about range, so I won't cover that here, but the headline for me is that range anxiety is not a thing. I haven't once worried about running out of electricity. Soon we're going to be doing a holiday where we're driving a bit further and using the Tesla supercharger network, so I'm interested to see how that goes. And in the future I'm also considering purchasing the full self-driving option or the acceleration boost option as well. So let me know in the comments if you think I should do that and if you're interested in seeing the results. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've made it this far and you're not a subscriber, then please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up as it helps others find it too. Cheers.